So here I am, Tina with Bimbo Farm, South Texas again. I wanted to show you, this is the new adventure. He just so happens to be posturing and posing right now. We have 2 young males, 3 young females. Boys are still trying to show the ladies, hey, I'm special. My feathers aren't the greatest, but hey, I'm still special. But yeah, that's the new adventure. This is a temporary enclosure for them, just to get them started. And meanwhile, hubby dearest is working on the new aviary for them. Give him a little bit more room. We will add to it, but wow, look at him posing. He is so proud of himself. He wants the ladies to see him. There you go. And now he's freaked out. Meanwhile, this is what hubby is working on right now. This is a, what's the footage, hon?
Aviary.
What's the footage?
12 foot by 20 foot.
It's about a 12 by 20 foot aviary that we're working on. It'll be right next to the chicken coop. But as you can see, we just took a carport frame. Let me get in a little closer here for you. And he's been doing a lot of welding with his cool little Amazon portable welder right there, and it's been working great. This will be the door going in, so we'll go in on this side, and then we can do what we need to do here. It will have a metal roof across the top. It'll have metal across the back right through here, all the way across there, and down part of the side here, because this faces north, which is that way, and unfortunately that means the worst of our sun comes from this way late afternoon.
So this little piece will be wire. These 2 squares will be 10. The back wall will be 10, and this little square will be 10 to give them protection from the north wind in the wintertime, because it's bare. And then all this will be wire, and this side will be wire. And we have another one of these frames where here in the future we're going to come off of the end of this and go straight out that way to double their space and give them more room as the flock grows.
So that, in essence, people, is the new, latest, and greatest fowl adventure at Bimbo Farms. And then, as you can see over here, these are the first, well, it started out as 12. We lost one. Not sure exactly what happened. These are 11 of the new chicks that we're going to start our flock, refresh our flock with. Some of these girls are here from the original, when I started this crazy adventure 5 years ago. If you see right over here, I have one that does not like to stay in her side of the fence. The grass is always greener on the neighbor's side of the fence. Always and forever. Just so happens that happens to be the same mama. So right here we used to have this cut open for them so that they could forage up here and keep this all cut down so they could have some green grass and stuff. And I'll take you up there in a minute. There's a reason why that pile's there, and I'm about to show you. So we used to let them up here so they could graze. Then earlier this year, or late last year, it turned into a bachelor pad because we haven't had an overabundance of roosters going. And then she's been very adamant about this corner. Couldn't figure out why. That silly girl. Let me see if I can get it on camera. Where did it go? There it is. You see what she's been doing? That's what she's been doing. That crazy girl's been laying eggs. But we're going to leave them there and see what she decides to do with them. So, about a month ago, I ordered this off of, I think, Temu, of all places. And Amazon delivered it, even though I got it from Temu. They're not real keen on it, but the idea behind it is it's supposed to roll away, put the eggs in there, but they have not liked it no matter what we've tried. We think if we just put a backing on it, they'll be a little bit more happy, except for they like to lay over there and lay their eggs. And then that over there is the babies can come up into the hen house at night, which they do very well. The lights are on. They're not supposed to be on, which means I got to fix the timer. But see, here they come to visit. They hear Mama talking, just seeing what we're doing. Sorry for the noise. Hubby's working very hard for me, as you can tell. That's a temporary gate we've recently put up just so we can keep my doggos from finding the eggs and the babies if Mama ever decides to hatch them. Like I said, chickens will lay in the most crazy places. But meanwhile, this right here used to be the bachelor pad. I'm going to walk you down the fence line here so you can kind of see how big it is. Also going to be a future garden. This was not the year to do the hoop house and everything that I wanted to do. Unfortunately, the wind yesterday really did a number on the peppers, so I'm going to get them staked up a bit to help them out. Already got a couple of jalapenos and serranos going. Potatoes did not like the move, so we'll just start over. Not a big deal. Just need to get some water on them and start over. And as I showed the picture yesterday on my Facebook, this is what's left of my greenhouse. Crazy winds yesterday. 2 years ago we put this up because I was bound and determined I was going to do a greenhouse garden, which served us very well, as you can see, even with the freeze. Believe it or not, that right there is a 1-year-old dragon fruit. We got it from a family member when we went back to California back in February last year. And it started out like that. But that's what we are up to now. Chili pekins, some stuff I haven't planted and I need to today. What's left of the spinach and some other odds and ends. And lo and behold, I can't believe that's a 2-year-old pineapple top. The top of a pineapple. Doing pretty good. I struggle every year, and every year I still try. I've got maters. And I was so excited over the 2, I found out I've got more. So I might have pulled off tomatoes this year. A lot of this I keep overgrown until I decide to plant something in it. Just there's no reason to, I don't know how to explain it, but I just kind of let it do its thing and see what happens. Even though the strawberry pots are hanging baskets right there, and this was sealed off so birds couldn't get to it, I got fresh strawberries growing there. They're kind of all over the place. Volunteer dill over here because I had believe it or not, I had a 7-foot tall dill plant in here over the winter, and it did great. This was some parsley that has now decided to go to seed. This was originally planted over here over a year ago, and now it's growing out of my garden here. As you can see, I still need to do some weeding, some peas and some cucumbers, old seeds, so they're not doing the greatest. Those were green onion bottoms, and I decided to let them go to seed. I like to see what's going to happen and what's going to pop up. This is going to be the future hoop house garden. We have it gated off because, like I said, originally we had this as a bachelor pad for the roos, and this was after I let the girls decimate it, which it'd be so much easier to just let them come up here and get some fresh greens every day again. But when we decided to start doing the peacock thing, it started overgrowing, and we decided just wait on the garden aspect of it. But huge hackberry, don't really care for the tree, but it'll give us some beautiful shade. But it's a lot of work, and I keep putting my fingers in the middle of everything and never finishing anything, so hubby's going to help me out with this. Burn piles, but here in South Texas, burn ban, we feel like we've been on a burn ban forever, like 2 or 3 years. We unfortunately are going through, we're in the middle of a 3rd year of our drought. We are not getting rain north of us, up towards Austin and stuff. Yes, they're getting the rain. We are not. That's okay. We're managing. We figure it out. So as far as the greenhouse is concerned, we're going to wait until later on in the year. I'm just going to do it open air and hope everything survives it. for now, and then figure it out from there. First things first, the aviary. And then right here, we've got some French lavender. I don't remember what this is. This, I literally took ginger nodes that I bought from the store and planted it. If it was starting to sprout, and that way I can have my own ginger, fresh ginger out of the garden. And then this is oregano, which I use frequently with my chicken's feed. I'll do them a mash or something every once in a while. Just add some stuff from the yard for them. Now, one more thing I wanted to show you. I think I'm going to get a few blackberries this year. This thing hasn't done anything in the 2 years I've planted it. There's so many things I know you should do for blackberries. You know, all these extra little things, you know, prune back the old dead stuff, which obviously I didn't. I just kind of let nature take its course. I hate stressing over it because I run out of time. But obviously, I'm not doing too terribly bad. As long as you give it water, it does pretty good. I used to pick blackberries all the time with my grandma up in Wisconsin when I was younger. The best tasting blackberries. So I've kind of tried to duplicate that here and just let it spread and do its own thing. We'd go out in the wild, out on the old farm and stuff, and go pick the blackberries out of the blackberry brambles. And I think we would eat more than we ever brought home, but isn't that how it's supposed to work? Now I'm going to try and show you these guys. These, you can't really see them very well because their heat lamp just kicked off. Those are supposed to be red laced blues or blue laced red Wyandottes. That's another 11 chicks that we have going. We always train them to a nipple setup, which they do pretty good at once they get a little older. But I always leave it in there ready for them, so if they ever get to it, because let's face it, these brooders get so dirty with the water in there. They can play in it. These are little bantam eggs. We have a Sea Bright out in the yard, and then we also ended up with a little, so they call them Kiki-Riki style. They're a Puerto Rican chicken, teacup chicken, so many different names, but he's got the same stature. I'm not going to say he's a Kiki-Riki, but him and one of our little hens were getting together, and so we thought, you know what, let's hatch them. As of 3 days ago, all of these eggs are viable. We should actually see some in another week, and I'm hoping to share that with you. But broody mamas, it come in all sizes, even as two-legged versions hatching eggs. So that's the craziness I have going on here at Bimbo Farms. There hasn't been a whole lot, but a lot going on over the course of the last several months that I have not posted a video. We've gotten what has been called the eggplant. We got to work on that. That was given to us from some good friends, Tom and Bonnie. There's the peacock enclosure. There's my little bantam enclosure for right now. There's hubby working on the aviary back there. There's the coop, sorry, and then there's the greenhouse. So you can kind of see how we got this set up at the moment. The eggplant is going to be a future bantam enclosure or specialty breed. Not that we're really keen on necessarily doing that. Hey, why not? Didn't know there was going to be quite the chick craze that there was this year. It's been crazy, so I had to get my chickens private party, which isn't such a bad thing. Even the little guy needs to make a little money here and there. And I'm not out to make a bunch of money or anything. I do this in my free time. We both have full-time jobs. He's got the luck of at least having a Friday off. Me, I get Saturday, Sunday. You still got a mom during the whole thing. Even when your kids are an adult, doesn't matter. Still got a mom, still got to take care of the house, take care of chores and everything. But I had to show you this. I found this while I was walking around double checking my pomegranate trees. We didn't get skunked. Would you look at that? We got a bluebonnet this year. I think it's the only one. Chickens may have eaten the rest when we let them free range in the yard, but we got a bluebonnet. So yeah, welcome to Bimbo Farms and all its craziness. This has been what we've been up to. This video will be too long to post in a lot of the areas that I normally post these in, but I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I don't have editing equipment. I am literally walking around with a tripod in my hand and trying to show you everything. So until next time, bye.